Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to George Does Stuff. I'm George. I do stuff, mostly knife reviews. If you're not familiar with this channel, I bill it as the worst knife review channel on YouTube, possibly the multiverse. I don't have any way to document that, but I feel pretty strongly that I'm in that ballpark. And I want to give a shout out to all my subscribers. I never ask anybody to subscribe to this channel. I don't know why anybody would, but for those of you who do, I love you and I thank you. And if you guys don't subscribe, that's not a problem. I hate it when YouTube people pander and say, hey, like and subscribe. Do what you want, guys. This is entertainment. We're here to have fun. There's no competition here. You don't like it? That's fine. Believe me, plenty of you people let me know in the comments you don't like it. And that's fine, man. That's what it's all about. We're here to have a good time. So that being said, we have a weird one for you today. I hate to sound like a broken record, but I was fortunate enough to become a member of the Vines Voices thing on Amazon, and as a result, I do get some knives for free, which is the whole reason why I joined it, to feed this channel, because Lord knows my employment is not enough to feed this channel. So I'm very fortunate that I have this opportunity, and today we got a weird one for you. This is a company, it's a Chinese company, I'm sure. I've never heard of it, called Hyler. They have a really cool logo. I think that logo is really cool. This knife is called the Mamba, which is, holy crap, does it get cooler than that? The Hyler Mamba, that's like a lifestyle choice, man. That's what it's all about. And this knife, I'm reading it off the box because despite what people think, I can read. This is a black stone-washed 14C 28N blade. It's got a black G10 handle, and apparently, according to this, it's new, which is good because I hate it when I get used knives and don't know it. So made in China. I've previously unboxed this knife, so this is not a real unboxing. But one of the things I did with this knife, and look at this pouch. I mean, this is nice stuff. This is pretty cool. They include something in this with this knife that I'm going to go off on a tangent about, and so be prepared. But hey, that's what I do on this channel. There's nothing prepared here at all. It's just me just winging it. I don't know what the price of this knife is currently. If I find it, I'll put it up there. But so when I opened this up, the first thing that was in the box actually was this screwdriver, and I'm like, why is there a screwdriver in here? That makes no sense. It's a little Torx, like a Torx 6. I'm like, okay, thanks guys. So I don't know what that's all about. The other thing is this, and before I get to the knife, I want to talk about this. And many knife reviewers have talked about these. Many guys who are expert sharpeners, of which I am not, talk about these. This is a pull-through sharpener. If you ever see one of these things, I think the first thing you do is you splash it with holy water, and then you put a crucifix on it, you expose it to direct sunlight, and then you chop it up. I think that's the order, I'm not sure. This is the biggest piece of crap, and this will destroy your knife if you use it. What this does is it just strips away metal. This is not a knife sharpener. This is just a blade destroyer. And this thing is absolute garbage. This one looks like it's made very, very well, but it doesn't matter because don't ever use these. It's hot garbage. Run away from it. Go away. Bad. I would throw it on the ground, but I don't want to wake up my upstairs neighbor. So yeah, don't ever use those. The other thing I noticed about this is that it comes with an extra clip, an extra pocket clip. And I'm like, whew, that's awesome. Hey, that's really, really cool. So I was thinking, hey, I guess, this one's a deep carry clip, and I can't seem to get it out of the bag. I used to know how to do stuff like that. Like this one's a deep carry clip, so the one attached must be, a standard clip. I mean, you can see that's a deep carry head, comes over. And so I was like, oh. And then, but if you take the knife out, it's the exact same clip. It's, I don't know why they included two of the same clips on there. I guess if you want to double clip it so you can have a left hand and right. It is great that it has a reversible left hand, right hand carry. That's fantastic. I don't know why they would include two of the same pocket clips unless they're having a problem with these pocket clips breaking or something. I don't know. I've never seen that. Even in the bizarre world of Chinese knives, it also comes with, oh yes, it comes with the Microsoft microfiber cloth, because everything comes with the mic. Can we stop with this, please? Front flippers and microfiber cloths, China, we got them all, baby. We're done. Stop. It's okay. We got it. It's all right. But I still want to go back and say, I mean, look at this pouch. This pouch is really good, man. It's got a really great, nice material in there. It has a really good, nice little pocket in there. Total protection for your knife if you want it. If you have this, I guess we don't need a pocket clip, much less two. But hey, you're set either way. So yeah, we'll put this over to the side. We'll zip this up, maybe give ourselves a little, look at that little Hyler logo so you can see what's going on. Now we get to the knife. Fantastic design. Fantastic look. Look at this. Nice flipper. It's got multiple deployment methods. Got thumb studs. No front flipper, which is really nice. It's got, like we discussed earlier, it's got reversible clip, right hand or left hand. It's got a nice lanyard hole in there. Probably hope I got it on camera. Yeah. Lanyard hole. Appears to be centered. Not that I really care about that. It really doesn't mean anything unless the blade's rubbing on something. Who cares if it's centered or not? It's got G10 scales, but I'll tell you what, these are really, it's got really nice grooves on there. So you got a really nice purchase. From side to side, unfortunately, it's actually kind of slick north to south here. So, I mean, it's not going to be an issue, but it definitely gives you more purchase side to side than it does front or back. I think it's kind of unusual, and I could be wrong, but it's a button lock flipper. I've always, for some reason, kind of thought that was kind of bizarre, but maybe I'm wrong. But generally, when you have a flipper, I see it, translating much easier to a liner lock or a frame lock. But hey, they made that choice. Let's open her up and see how she looks. And of course, I failed on opening the knife, and then I failed on closing it because I grabbed it, looked for a liner lock that's not there. So there we go. It doesn't exactly rock it out, but it definitely has enough action to where it's not an issue. You can see the logo printed there by the Ricasso. You have a really nice amount of life here with the sharpening tool they got there. It's not a forever thing, but if you don't sharpen your knives all the time, which I don't, it should last you a good long while. It looks like it's very good, consistent grind on both sides, which is kind of rare, but they really look like they did a good job there. Got a really nice blade shape to it. Nice drop point, clip point. I don't have my mat out today, so I can't tell you exactly what that shape is. I believe that's a drop point. And it's very comfortable. It's a little bit of I don't know if I'd say a larger knife. I guess it's a little bit bigger than a medium-sized knife. We'll do our comparisons here in a second. And one of the great things, again, about this is that it's 14C28N. And if you're not familiar with that steel, and I'm not a metallurgist by any stretch of the imagination, unlike this demon spawn here, this crappily heat-treated D2, you don't have that problem with this steel, because this steel is it's made to be batch produced, and so it doesn't really need a really good heat treat. You can have a very inconsistent heat treat, and it still maintains a lot of its properties as far as edge retention and corrosion resistance, which is fantastic. It makes it for a very, very good budget steel. And I used to be a steel snob, and I thought 14C28N was just for scrubs and losers, and I'm changing my tune. I think this stuff is pretty good, and I'm hoping that there's a version of this out in that steel that I think is going to solve all the problems I have with this knife. So that's coming up. So stay tuned. Same bat time, same bat channel for those of you in your 50s. Looks like there's a little bit of George goo on here. Not sure what that is. It does have a black treatment. I guarantee you that is not PVD, well, it might be PVD, but I guarantee it's not DLC. I'm not a huge fan of blacked out blades, but this knife it really has grown on me. I think it's a really, really nice looking knife. It's kind of a tactical looking knife. I'm not a fan of button locks. I have a few. They just don't inspire confidence in me. But I mean, this knife, I wouldn't say this is a particularly hard use knife anyway. But it's a good looking knife. Let's see if the thumb studs work. Yeah, thumb studs work great too. So I mean, I always like having multiple ways to deploy a knife, because if you have one that's not easy for you, like if you're a lefty, that might be more difficult for you. You can always go back to the flipper. And personally, I love flippers. It took me a long time to warm up to them, but once I finally got one, I got the hype. And the older you get, like myself, the more you look forward to things that are easy to open and easy to shut. And this definitely qualifies. So let's go ahead and do a little size comparo here. We'll whip out Old Faithful. Everybody's favorite, and particularly my favorite, the old PM2. Let's get ourselves in frame here. What do you say? We're pretend like we know what we're doing, even though we have evidence that we do not. Here it is against the Spyderco Native, two of my all-time favorite knives. And you can see this knife is this is really close to the PM2. Very close. Still has a little bit more blade than the usable blade than the PM2. But it's a nicely sized knife. I really like that blade shape too. Here it is against one of my favorites, the Deca Hogue. And well, we might as well take this guy back out. The Ozark Trail Abomination. You can see it's pretty substantially bigger than both these knives. Not substantially, but it's definitely larger. Put that up and try not to cut myself. And last but not least, we will do the Kershaw Mini Iridium and my recently reviewed, if you saw, the YF Smart No Name. So this is where the Hyler Mamba fits into the grand scheme of things as far as knife size. The last thing we got to do to this guy before we put it up is we got to see how sharp it is. So let's take a look and see what the Mamba's working with here. What do you say? I have a feeling we're gonna be happy. Not terrible. It's not too bad. I think it feels like there's some rough spots here on the back, but like the front of the belly seems to be doing pretty good. Yeah, that's not bad. It is not that bad. No, there you go. Okay, it might have been my error on that. Who the hell knows? Besides everybody. Yeah. Okay. There we go. It might have some gunk on there too. That sometimes that factory goos on there. But yeah, no, it cuts just fine. And even if it doesn't, that 14 C28, it'll sharpen up real nice. Yeah, I have to say that I don't know what this retails for. I'll put the price up if I find it. I'll put it up here somewhere. I don't believe it's an expensive knife. I don't know why it comes with some of the accessories that it does, but it does, and that's fine, I guess. But yeah, this. If this knife is, you know what? I'm gonna pause for the cause here, and I'm gonna see if I can find it. Okay, all right. So after a little bit of research, I was able to find out the price. The price is $31 and I think 40 cents or something like that. So yeah, man, 35 bucks. Or, I'm sorry, $31. It's $31 for a little over 31 for 32 bucks. Yeah, man, I definitely say, you know, if that's not going to bust your budget, and you're just looking for a nice flipper, or you want to see what it's like having a button lock, and the lockup on this is pretty damn good. I am pretty impressed. I was kind of hoping it was a compression type lock, but it definitely is not. It's definitely a button lock. But yeah, the lockup's rock solid. I'm not going to smash against anything to see if it'll open up, because it's just, you know, it's not that much of an investment that, you know, with any knife, you know, don't want to do anything stupid that's going to jeopardize your fingers if you can avoid it. But yeah, I think this is a rock solid choice for $32. Plus, I mean, if you have more expensive knives, you can always hijack this and put your safe queens in here. And if you have another knife that needs a clip for whatever reason, you get that, and the torque screw is good. And look, microfiber cloth. So yeah, all wrapped up. The Hyler Mamba, I'd say give it a shot. It's not too bad. I like it. I probably need to touch the blade a bit, and I will because it's a knife that's not so expensive, and see if I can't put a monstrous edge on this. And I have a feeling this thing will take a really, really good edge. So I might take it to the wicked edge and see if I can't put a wicked edge on a. And this will be a great knife to kind of test and see if I can't really learn how to use that, because unfortunately I haven't really learned how to use it yet. But yeah, the Hyler Mamba, 2 thumbs up. All right, absolutely, I like it. Hey, that's it. That's all I got for you today. Can't thank you guys enough for watching. If you made it this far, if you didn't, pooey on you. You should have held out. You missed a lot of really good stuttering and poor edits. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you. Hope you guys are having a good day or good evening, whatever time it is when you see this, and I will talk to you soon.